Tauck's 8-day trip through Michigan, mainly Upper Michigan, but from starting here at the Traverse City Spa and Resort, with the flags at half staff because of the 13 Marines killed in Afghanistan. The Traverse City Resort and Spa itself lies about 7 miles from Traverse City, a resort tourist trap town of 17,000. So this is where the hotel is located, on the Grand Traverse Bay. And this is the Sleeping Bear Dune National Lakeside. What a name for a park. I don't see any dunes yet, but I'm sure we will. And up and down the hill, and we are at the sand dunes. Great Lakes were carved off by a glacier, and this is the sand that they deposited. This is our Tauck group of 26 people. At long last, it's time to hike up a dune. Well, it costs $3,000 if you go over that lip and down 43 stories, and then you have to hike it back up. And there are quite a few people who want to take the challenge, the 43-story challenge. In the distance, you can see the 2 Bear Islands for which this National Lakeshore Park gets its name. We're now at the dune climb stop. So it's time to climb this dune. The afternoon adventure on Tuesday continues with a Lake Michigan ride aboard a schooner, the Manitou. I will not be participating in the race to climb up to the top of the mast on the rope ladders. Well, we are off on our very first trip on a schooner.
A few people on each side, okay?
Raise that sail.
Power stance.
Here we go. I'll tell you, it is tough work to haul that down. At least 30 or 40 pounds. We are returning to the dock and the sails are coming down. Sail coming down. And the anchor is lowered. Getting water from Louise, our driver, and there's Minoy. Tuesday evening continues with dinner at Chateau Chantel Winery. The winery is on the 45th parallel, the same as in France, so all the wines are French varietals. Exploring the winery, a lovely entrance to the winery. Wine in Michigan don't necessarily come to mind, but there are many, many wineries here in Traverse City. A very bright and unusually warm day begins at the Music House, just outside, about 5 minutes from the hotel. This museum features an incredible assortment of historical musical instruments and how they sound, including an instrument here built in the 20s that cost over $10,000, an incredible amount of money, at a time when the average person was earning $4 to $5 a week. With one last look at Victor, it's off to the very next event on this Wednesday. I am now on the ferry boat going to Mackinac Island, and there's our luggage all nicely wrapped. Then it's time to take the ferry boat to the Grand Hotel in Mackinac Island. So that's the Mackinac Bridge.
Now, of course, the bridge was actually originally built in 1954, and they finished construction in 1957.
And there is our first look at the Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island. And this is the city and the shops below the hotel. We are looking at Fort Mackinac right there. That is the governor's summer residence. And with the docking, we are ready to go to the hotel. This is our hotel taxi. Our horse is ready to take us to the hotel.
I know, Val. You gotta carry that, boy.
The only way to get around the island is by carriage. Beautiful houses on the way to the hotel. From the outside, the Grand Hotel is utterly magnificent. And we arrive in the hotel. The first activity today is a carriage ride around the island. There's a traffic jam here. By law, you have to give way to carriages. And if you don't, the horses will run you over.
Yep. Now, the thing that's unique about them is when they're built, originally they're built on federal land. Now today, they're actually built on state land. Cemetery, which is for the fort. There's 108 graves here. Now, when the cemetery was active, this was actually National Forest. So that's actually still today a national cemetery.
This is the Peace Arch. Mackinac Island City. The horse tour ends at Fort Mackinac. Not only people moved about the town, but this is how the garbage is collected. This is the main promenade on the ground level. List of daily activities and the view outside the promenade. There are horse-drawn taxis 24/7 almost. All the rooms in the hotel range between 330 square feet all the way up to 550 square feet, and no two rooms are the same exact size. There's a $10 per person admission fee just to walk in, unless of course you're staying at the hotel. To get to the pool and the gym, one must go down and then back up 88 steps. There's a croquet court, a pretty water fountain, incredible flowers everywhere. The pool itself is huge and marvelous and features a very nice water slide. And there is a cozy but nice gym. The cabanas go for $175 each. Saturday for September, looking at the Saginaw River in Bay City, Michigan. We begin our final journey to Dearborn. Saturday begins in a Bavarian town of Frankenmuth, square in the middle of Michigan. Here's the real river and a real covered bridge. Frankenmuth is a giant tourist trap, but a pretty one. And world-famous chicken dinners. We're having lunch at the Bavarian Inn. And here's a sign that explains the situation. Founded by Germans in 1845, trying to convert the Indians to the Lutheran faith and escaping poor farming conditions. And this is the main and only street of Frankenmuth. The night ends with a pasta dinner and Motown entertainment. It's a pasta bar with various toppings. The final day begins in downtown Detroit, the home of the Detroit Tigers. After a quick tour of Detroit, downtown Detroit, we're now in the Henry Ford Museum. This is the Model T. They're built 1920, showing how many pieces are in it. At the same time that Henry Ford was building the Model T, he also designed the Flivver, a personal aircraft that people could fly around to get from point A to point B. Sharon Ford's theater that Abraham Lincoln was shot in. And the final thing in the museum that we saw was the authentic Rosa Parks bus, where she refused to sit in the back. At the historic Dearborn Inn. Dearborn Inn was built in 1931 to accommodate overnight passengers arriving at his airport, the Ford Airport, the first airport hotel in the world, and is large and quite pretty. Many, many weddings will take place during your stay at the spacious grounds outside the hotel. As the sun rises in Dearborn on Monday, another clear sky day, our tour is over.